was a ton of police cars and fire trucks and stuff over by the tire shop, just down from.
And there's an ambulance.
An ambulance, yeah.
All right. Cool. Or not, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, dude. You can leave that open, actually. That feels really good. Oh, chunked that lead off.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that fast. But remember one time I was dropping and I called out at second when he was close.
Yeah.
Cafe Junior is in right here.
Nice.
I know Jack McCarthy's from OSU.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know, and the rest are awesome. Chase Furman's from Klamath Falls,
I know.
Oregon. That's awesome. Was it Cowboy Night tonight?
I don't think so.
There's a schedule. No, it doesn't tell you. The part where it says that
No.
tonight's got ripped off. But Liam has all this cowboy stuff on, so Cowboy Night, because we said we would wear a cowboy.
I think it's Friday.
Did you play Cotton Eye Joe?
No. I don't know this song.
It's
It's
just
just a plain one. Whites are from you know?
Hey, Dad. On Monday, we should wear our crabs gear to Big Sweet and get 10% off on
And who's this?
pie.
Third base umpire?
Ty Lemons.
Oh, he was the umpire when I was bat boy. He sucked. The home plate umpire.
Guessing you saw some. And then local, or Benjamin.
Bum, 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 bum. What is that noise?
It's tuba.
Dad, why are you farting so much?
Flatulent. Okay. All I need is a visiting team and I'm good to go.
Creamy nachos. It's kind of starry.
Wow.
It's that song that sounds so happy, but it's kind of dark.
So like that's so true.
Yeah.
What was kind of irritating?
The door. It's like
Oh, the sun kind of feels nice.
how exactly it was.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. We got this. No questions. Coach Jason Keller. Isaac Lewis, Falcon Ghana.
Maybe you should ask them how do you say
Isaiah
that.
Guzman. Roderick Reed. Trevor Greenlee. Jesus Monzo. Enrique Nunez. Andrew Aquilera. Ryan Costa. Cool.
Flashing lights.
This is gonna be the last time before I shut it down. Bands here. Well, I play the code of conduct and then I just let the band take
There's
over
only like
whenever they're ready.
3 people here in the band.
That is true.
So flashing lights and then play the code of conduct and then.
You go play hand clap. Flashing lights is more like a BP song.
Why? These plus PLC pools play FL.
We go to the bathroom, check in with a couple people. I'm not fine. I think I have everything ready to go though.
There's a kid with a B-52's hat. Why is there a kid with B-52's hat? Who are we going to have instead of the 8?
The Reading Ringtails and then the B-52s again.
The Colt 45s and then another Reading team?
Yeah.
2 Reading teams in a row. Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. It seems to always be the people who almost never come to Crabs games win the 50-50. Like Scout won the 50-50. Yay!
So when Benjamin gets here, that's when you have to leave. Okay.
Why do I have to leave? I'm just gonna stand back there and
Because-
be silent.
There's an extra person in here, kind of like, I don't know, like makes it feel more crowded than it has to be.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Well, that's best.
He already said I could. Like he didn't know why I wasn't going to. But Boston.
Oh. Yes. I'll go down and grab it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, dude. That'll be nice to have colleges to have them on. Did you eat that bag of chips?
It's just not that appetizing to me.
No, I know. Regular old potato chips are kind of boring, actually.
All Lay's potato chips are boring.
I agree with you on that. But a lot of people don't.
Is Hope just getting old that he doesn't go enough football bands?
His wife, I think, has some health issues, so it's hard on his family if he's away during the week. So he takes care of her during the week, and then on the weekends he takes care of her. Thank you. This team's on it. Oh, they actually have colleges. Oh my god.
I had to go like 3 separate times. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Well, I don't care about that, man. Number 6. Diablo Valley College. 3. Falcon. Art Mill. Who are we playing? I hear something say. 29. Laney College. Isman.
OSU is trash.
Oh.
OSU.
What?
I thought it said Usman on there.
Oh, it's Guzman, yeah.
Usman. Mayville State. Number 19. Robert Reed, Lane College. 24. Trevor Greenlee, San Francisco State. I love that they did this because it is so hard to look it up on people's websites.
They don't have a website to
Oh.
look it up on.
Really?
That's the problem.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Wait, what?
They don't have a website.
Why not?
It probably didn't come up in conversation. Usually it's that they don't have a person who's volunteering to do it. 12.
Who runs our website?
Probably Eric. What was CSU Monterey Bay? California State University, Monterey Bay. Okay, awesome. Benjamin's gonna be happy to get that. Dude, they're here. Yeah. So Diablo Valley College, Diablo. Hartnell College, Laney College, Mayville State College. San Francisco State, Laney. They're almost all from Laney College. Interesting. Oh, he'll count. He shows up when he feels like it.
Player raffle.
There's no player raffle. It's a nice smell like it.
Kyle Watkins. He won the last one. Kyle Watkins won the last player.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was back.
So tonight I announced the souvenir stand because they have a whole bunch of new stuff.
Like what? Not baseball cards?
Not yet. They have proofs they're looking over right now. big small cards. They should have them in a week, probably. They told me.
I need to add them to my collection.
And they have some new hats. They have keychains. What else did they have down there? New toque style hats. Beanies, I guess people call it.
Well, in Canada.
In Canada, they're called toques, and they have little pom-pom on the side. Alright, I'm stoked, man. I get to announce a game. It's like a bonus game for me. If I do it like this, blah 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 of a card, blah 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 of a piece of paper, blah 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 of a card, blah 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 of a piece of paper.
If you want from the concession stand.
I would love to have some water.
Can I have water too?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on in.
How'd you join the circus? I thought I was going to have to do play-by-play tonight.
No, Edmund's not a clown.
That's what I told him I was doing.
I was like, are you coming? No.
Are you coming? I'm like, what are you, my mother?
Well, I just wanted to know if I had to,
Oh
like...
my gosh, that's awesome. He's your boss, man. He's my boss.
Yeah.
I talk about
I
awkward.
just want
So
to know if
we're
you're
on
going to
the
show
way
up.
to River
Yeah, I'm going to show it. Absolutely. All right, folks.
I thought after the loss last time we were...
That's right. I decided to root for the B-52s.
And they were like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, my brother's my crab game.
Yep. He's my boss.
He doesn't want to be.
In title, I would never even dream of possible.
Well, I don't even
That's
know.
like...
I'm not sure what you'd tell us to do. Show up.
Yeah.
Don't join the circus.
Please be here.
Yeah, please be here.
Other than that, I don't really care. It's not my fault.
You doing summer school, Benjamin?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Actually, I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
The conversations are great. The papers are not very good, but
Yeah.
but they're good in class.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of them don't know how to write a philosophy paper. And,
Well, a lot of my students
yeah,
don't know
they
how
don't
to
have
write
a
paper
clue.
at all.
So I don't really hold that. They just need to work a little harder
Get over to the writing center.
and get over the writing center. Some of them just need to not be so lazy, but
The coach?
No, I think it was the coach.
I have no idea.
He was giving Liam
Yeah, the coach who came over there, he was giving us a roster.
That guy.
doing the water.
Monza.
He was like trying to tell, or trying to tell something.
I don't know what...
Aquavera.
Okay, 658 right here.
Posa, yeah. Ryan Posa on the map.
There's some tough names tonight.
I like Aquavera.
Yeah, me
That's a
too.
good name. That's cool.
That's a really good one. Jose Cruz and then Leo Johnson.
DH
Didn't know if he was Magana. Magana? Is that how you would say that? Dude, I don't have as much time.
Which one?
Falcon Magana?
I think it's Magana, yeah.
Okay, good. Isaac Lewis.
What the heck?
There's a gorilla in the ballpark.
Oh, someone let the gorilla loose. Wow. Gorilla night in the ballpark. Somebody forgot to put that on
They might as well. They got a night for every other thing you can think of.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't get this whole thing with the night, you know, with so-and-so night, and then they don't advertise it, first of all, and nobody knows about it.
Well, they keep switching them. They give me a list, and then 2 weeks later, the list is all different. So I'm like, how much do I spend?
And honestly, like the other night, it was kind of lame on Veterans Night,
Yeah.
but they didn't do anything for the veterans.
Yeah.
It's not like they got $1 off to come in the game, or,
Veteran shit.
I mean, if it's Veterans Night, then in my mind, you go, veterans get in free.
Yeah.
Exactly, more respect, yeah.
Yeah.
But instead it was like,
Having them stand up at some point. And
thanks.
yeah. And
Thank
actually,
you, I mean it.
Liam's grandfather, like my father-in-law, I was like, you should stand up. He's all,
Yeah, right.
he didn't really care. I was like, come on, man, you were like in the army, like. But there wasn't anything to it. So.
No, I mean it's like why do it if you're gonna do it half? I mean if you're gonna do it half-assed, don't do it at all. It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
But that's how they. That's exactly how they treat us in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's grudging and half-assed.
So you are boycotting the.
Well, boycotting's too strong, but I've just decided I don't need it.
Just no. Okay.
I just don't want to
I
deal with it.
figured-
Hope sent an email. I don't know if you
Yeah, I got
you
it.
guys on
I got
email.
it. I didn't see it.
Hope sent an email where he was like, we've been volunteering all these years and not asked for anything, and I can't get I can't get a piece of pie because it's cost $2. And then Larry sent a very nice response.
Oh, it's white.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, you guys deserve more.
Last year,
content
I announced 4 out of 5 gigs every week. I got water because it's hard to eat.
Yeah.
I got 1 hamburger the whole season, and I felt like, well, I'm a pretty cheap date. Like, if I actually do want something, they should probably be like, yes,
No kidding.
we're all over
Well,
that.
what bugs me is like the band, like they have no. I mean, and the band should get something. It's great the band plays, but it's great.
Yeah.
But they love, she loves coming out with the burger, because that's visible.
Yeah.
Everybody can see how nice they are to the band. With us, it's like, well, you can have it, but you got to order it an hour beforehand, and you can't get any dessert.
The thing is that we're isolated from everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think there's kind of a disconnect between us and all the other sectors of the ballpark.
Yes.
Well, I think when I talk to Tracy,
Just
I feel
because
like
we're physically.
Tracy is kind of on it, and she's gonna like.
Well, Tracy's our person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna be
Tracy's
totally.
If we
fine.
need anything, we go to Tracy.
Yeah, and she told me she's working on trying to figure out the system.
Well, I'm doing the text carry system because that's the one that works.
I just feel like if they want to give it to me because they appreciate my service, great. But if it's a grudging thing where it's like, we'll give it to you because you're complaining or because they're not. No thanks.
Yeah, makes the food taste a little bitter.
I don't really need it.
Because you're disrespectful.
Yeah. That's true. But only to the other team.
Yeah, dude, these bites from the right
Yeah.
side.
Really? What do you want me to do? Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I'm only insulting the other guys, not our guys.
Seriously.
For the most part.
Oh, unless one of our guys does something stupid.
Last year there was
and
some base running that the Crabs were doing where I was.
Oh, no, I have no problem calling them if they do something stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do something ridiculous. I'm
This
gonna go,
team
"That was
though,
ridiculous."
this year,
They don't
it's
do
like
that
night
stuff.
and day compared to last
They don't do that stuff this year.
No.
honestly, when I watch Giants games, I'm much harder on the Giants than the Giants.
Well, that's easy to target.
Like,
You're a major league team.
Yeah, they should know better. Yeah. That's exactly
I'm much
right. Yeah.
harder on the Giants than the other teams.
You only hurt the
Unless
one
it's
you
the
love.
I'm
Dodgers.
sick of this crap.
Unless they're the Dodgers. You're harder on the Dodgers.
I'm harder on the Dodgers in a different way.
Yeah.
More just like, I hate you and I don't want you to have any sort of success in any kind of form.
I almost feel like hatred is giving them too much energy. I feel like total and utter ambivalence is what they should get.
Yeah, I know, but
I
it's
don't
hard
care a
sometimes.
lick about them. And so to me, not caring about something is like worse than
Indifference is the opposite of love, not hate.
yeah, and that's what I
I'm
feel
trying.
like too.
It's true,
Like
yeah.
indifference is just kind of like
Indifference is the opposite. Hate's not the opposite of love. Indifference.
yeah, because hate's like putting the same amount of energy into it.
Hate's
like
just love when you don't
anger.
get what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Indifference, yeah. Yes, exactly. I've been in a couple situations where I felt like me not feeling anything about somebody
Yeah.
is probably
Better
the worst
than-
thing
yeah.
that I could do.
If you want to hurt somebody, show them indifference.
So Dodgers, whatever. I don't care what you do. I don't even pay attention to your scores.
I'm rooting for the Dodgers because they're California and I'm from California. I'm from LA. So even though I love the Giants more, I got no problem with the Dodgers.
See, I am a Northern Californian
I'm a California man.
for life.
Well, I'm not. I'm a California coast man.
Yeah.
I'm not a inland California kind of guy.
You're
You're not a valley boy. Totally, for sure.
You're not all about the OC and their
No,
Red
no.
County.
The OC.
I would have a little bit of trouble rooting for the Angels, but that's my mom's team, so.
Why does Kevin hate that hate so much?
Who?
Kevin.
Hates who?
He like hates any team from Anaheim or Orange County.
Really?
Even though he's like lived there for like almost his whole life or whatever.
I don't know why.
It kind of confuses me a little bit.
Well, have you ever been to Orange County?
No, but I think
I
think
It's like last month.
Makes more sense.
Oh my god. It's like a grand parking lot for the Canadian grass.
With a bunch of total super right-wing friends. Yeah.
Dude, everywhere I ever go, I like to walk around and see what the town is about. One day I walked 10 miles in Irvine just to like go to a movie and check out some stuff. I passed like 2 people walking. There were places where it was like in a mile stretch with no
There's nowhere to walk.
sidewalk.
It's not meant for walking.
There was no,
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like,
Yeah, they don't want you to walk.
I've never been to a place that was so pitiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh, which is thank you. There you go.
see, I don't think that system works better than the system we tried.
Why? I mean, it's just a
5 minutes, Benjamin.
It's awful. When I was a boy, it was nice.
yeah, it doesn't surprise me. 'Cause
When I was a boy, it was like orange fields. It was.
yeah. It's
Thing
like
is, for me, growing up here my entire life, LA has always seemed kind of like a foreign land.
LA's cool.
it is.
I like LA.
Just like it seems so different from here.
I like San Diego.
San Diego is, from what I've heard, seems
San Diego's okay.
It's definitely expensive.
it's like hard to believe that LA and Orlando are in the same state.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So San Leandro Ports.
Yep, San Diego Ford, yeah.
I like it better. Good evening, Crabs fans around the world and around the block, listening on the World Wide Web and on the radio. Crabs Baseball is on the air. This is Benjamin Schaefer, and I am delighted to bring you all the action tonight as your Humboldt Crabs take on the San Leandro Ports for the first game of a two-game midweek series. Crabs come into the game having lost a heartbreaker. It was a heartbreaker because they lost on Sunday 5-1, record of 27-4. And San Leandro Ports, I have their roster, but I don't have their record. At any rate, we're almost ready to play. Here's the national anthem. We'll come back with lineups right after. All right, that was the Crabgrass Band with the national anthem. So it's the Crabs and the San Leandro Ports. And let me give you the lineups for the competitors tonight. For the Ports, it's Isaac Lewis leading off at shortstop, Falcon Magana in center field bats second, Kaleo Johnson at third base bats third, and Jose Guzman at first base bats cleanup. Broderick Reed will be the DH and bat fifth. Trevor Greenlee in right field bats sixth. Jesus Monzo will be the catcher and bats seventh. Enrique Nunez at second base bats eighth. Andrew Aquavera in left field bats ninth. And on the mound, it's Ryan Capozza, whose name is very familiar to me, and I have a feeling he has played here before. I don't know if it was for the Ports, but I'm fairly certain that he played here for one of the teams from the Bay Area, either the Ports or the Neptune Pearl or someone like that in the last few years, or maybe the Crawdads. But anyway, it's Ryan Capozza on the mound for the Ports. And then for our Crabs, leading off at second base is Patrick Chung, Chase Fernlin at shortstop bats second, Kyle Callahan at third base bats third, and Ryan Myers will be at first base and bat cleanup. Anthony Aguirre will be in center field and bat fifth. Kyle Blakeman in right field bats ninth. Anthony Nguyen will be the catcher and bat. Sorry, Blakeman is in right field and bats sixth. And Wheel will be the catcher and bats second. Jack Crowell at second base bats eighth. And Jake McCarthy in left field bats ninth. On the mound for the Crab is Tim Weiser. And let me give you the numbers for him. He has no record. He comes in with having pitched only 10 innings for the Crabs. In those 10 innings, he's given up 4 earned runs for an ERA of 3.60. He struck out 11 batters, walked nobody, and gave up 15 hits. So the right-hander Tim Weiser on the mound for the Crabs here against the San Leandro Ports on a lovely Tuesday night. The sun is out. There are some fluffy clouds sort of around the ballpark, but for the most part, it's a gorgeous evening in Arcata. Not as warm as we've had last week, but warm enough to be in shirt sleeves and just a gorgeous night. The band is here. There's plenty of space to come on out and hang out and watch the ball game. If not, sit back and you can listen as I bring you all the action. Here we go. So here's Isaac Lewis to lead it off, the shortstop. And the pitch from Weiser is a fastball at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. Is it some kind of night tonight? Is it like Pirate Night or Haberdasher Night? Or whatever at the ballpark. Agus night. Next pitch misses down and low. It's 1-1. No, it's no kind of night here. No kind of night. It's just a regular old baseball night at the ballpark here tonight. They're trying something new. It's baseball night at the ballpark tonight. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And that's hit high in the air and drifting out of play. So a ball and 2 strikes now, the count to Lewis to lead it off. The Crabs defensively are Weiser is pitching and Wea is catching. Myers is over at first. Jack Crowell at second. Callahan at third. Fernlin at short. Blakeman in left. Aguirre in center field. And let's see. No, actually it's McCarthy in left. There's a ground ball out to second base. Nice play by Crowell to backhand that ball, head it up the middle, and throw him out. 1 away. Sorry, it's Blakeman in right. Aguirre in center. And McCarthy in left. So 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the first. Here's Magana. Falcon Magana. I do have some information on these ball players. Falcon Magana is takes a pitch away. Falcon Magana is a outfielder. He's a freshman at Hartnell College. Most of these guys go to junior college in the East Bay area, Laney College or Hartnell or Diablo Valley, somewhere like that. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 1-1. Laney College is in right downtown Oakland, and it's actually a very nice campus. I visited a few times. There's a ground ball foul, but their baseball field is strange. They don't actually have grass on their field. It's essentially a plastic turf that they just painted a brown infield on and a brown home plate. Everything is painted on it. And I'm assuming that's because of the drought. But 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Blew the high heat past him. And Magana's gone. 2 away. Here's Kaleo Johnson, the third baseman. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the first. Crabs lost a tough one on Sunday to the Crawdads. They won Friday night 13-2. They won Saturday night 13-2. And frankly, we were kind of expecting a blowout on Sunday, but the Crawdads came back and played a hard game and played well. And a 3-run eighth put it away for the Crawdads. They ended up winning 5-1 on Sunday. So the Crabs' record now, as the next pitch misses outside, is 27-4. Still an excellent record. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And a fastball misses high. It's 3-0. This weekend is going to be some tough competition. Probably one of the 2 or 3 best teams is going to be the Reading team coming in over the weekend. And Reading looking for revenge as they got swept in Reading earlier this season. There's a strike on the outside corner. And the count now 3-1 to Johnson. So the Reading Colt 45s this weekend. That's going to be some rock'em sock'em baseball. Here's the pitch. In the area right field, Blakeman almost in his tracks. He takes a few steps forward and he has it for out number 3. So the ports go in order in the first. Crabs coming up. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Humboldt Mortgage. committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years. If you're buying a home, business, or land, Humboldt Mortgage will get it done. Call Bob Lawton at Humboldt Mortgage at 445-3027. Also, slice of Humboldt pie, whether you want a chicken pot pie made from scratch or a decadent slice of chocolate silk pie, slice of Humboldt pie will satisfy any craving. They're open every day. Crabs fans and players get 10% off on Mondays just by wearing their Crabs gear. Slice of Humboldt pie is just off the Arcata Plaza at 828 I Street at Bittersweet. You can order a pie online. All right, it'll be Chung, Fernlin, and Callahan to lead it off for the Crabs here in the bottom of the first inning. The Ports defensively are Ryan Capazza on the mound. Jesus Monzo is the catcher. Jose Guzman is at first base. Enrique Nunez at second. Kaleo Johnson at third. And Isaac Lewis at short. Andrew Aquavira is in left field. Falcon Magana is in center. And Trevor Greenlee is in right field. So Ryan Capazza on the mound will face Patrick Chung. Chung comes in hitting .263. And he takes a pitch low. The umpires for today's game, Justin Eastloss is at home plate. Our old friend Don Hofacker is over at first, and Kylam Reese is at third base. 1-0 to Chung is taken for a strike. So 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and there's a ground ball hard past shortstop and into left field for a base hit. A diving attempt by Isaac Lewis to stop that ball, but it was hit very hard. And on one hop, out into left field. Chase Fernlin will be the hitter. Fernlin comes in, having upped his average to .235 now. He was well below 200 for most of the season, and he's been hot lately. He takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Chung with a modest lead, and now there's a throw over there, and he dives back safely. You got some turkey vultures circling the ballpark. That's never a good sign. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking pitch that misses high. 1-1. That looked like a hard slider from Capozza. 1-1 the count. Chung over at first. And a pitch. Fastball misses high again. 2-1 now. Chung has one stolen base. He's also been caught once. So I don't think he's much of a threat to go. We'll see what he does here. He is going. Here's the pitch, and it's lined right at shortstop, and that's going to be an easy double play. So 6-3 double play erases Fernlin and Chung, and with 2 outs, here's Kyle Callahan.
From San Jose State University, number 38, Kyle Callahan.
Callahan, one of the leading hitters on the Crabs. He's batting .362. He's got a .494 on base percentage, and he's slugging .609. Those are excellent numbers. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Capozza. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball inside. .1-0, misses inside again. Two outs, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning, no score. No breeze at all from the indications of the center field flag. There's a fastball that misses low, and it's 3-0 now. Three and 0 the count. Here's the pitch. All 4 inside. So Callahan aboard. First walk of the game. And here's Ryan Myers.
University number 20, Ryan Myers.
Myers is batting .385. That's second on the club, but he leads in slugging at .673, and he's second on on-base percentage at .511. He takes a pitch away, 1-0. He also leads the club in strikeouts with 32, and that's way more than the next guy, which is Burks with 17. So Myers having a great season at the bat for the Crabs. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike at the belt, 1-1, despite the 32 strikeouts. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Slider away, 2-1. I mean, the thing about the strikeouts is at least he's not hitting into double plays. And as you know, if you watch Major League Baseball, there's lots of guys who have tons of strikeouts in the Major League. And next pitch misses away, 3-1. And it's not a problem. Three and one to count. Callahan has a short lead over at first. Here's the 3-1. Tapped foul over towards the Crabs dugout. Three-two pitch. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Got him. Myers strikes out to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left, and at the end of one inning of play, we have no score. This is exciting Crabs baseball. 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark, thanks to the Humboldt County Fair. Welcome back to the ballpark, thanks to the Humboldt County Fair. The 121st Humboldt County Fair is right after crab season. It starts August 23rd and goes until September 4th. There's live entertainment, exhibits, 4-H animals, the ever-popular sheepdog trials, games for the kids, and all that yummy carnival food that everybody loves. It's family-friendly and super affordable and fun for all ages. The fair is in the Victorian village of Ferndale. Jose Guzman to lead it off for the Ports in the top of the second inning. No score. Tim Weiser on the mound for the Crabs. Here's the first pitch. It's a fastball away. 1-0. Guzman, the cleanup hitter for the Ports. And the next pitch is hit high in the air to right field. Blakeman is under it, and he has it for out number one. Ports are wearing gray pants with black tops with green and yellow lettering, which is appropriate since they are from San Leandro, which is Oakland A's territory. Crabs are in their white pants with their road uniforms, their road tops that say Humboldt in red lettering across the dark blue background with the red sleeves. Here's the pitch now to, this is Reed. He takes a strike right down the middle. Broderick Reed, the DH, left-handed hitter. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And he swings and foul tips it. That was a big cut. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 to Broderick Reed. Down low, 1-2. One-two pitch. Hit high in the air to shallow left field. Going out as a shortstop. Coming in as a left fielder, and it'll be McCarthy, the left fielder, to get it for out number 2. So 2 pop outs here in the second inning, and here's Trevor Greenlee, the right fielder. And here's the pitch to Greenlee, and he fouls it out of play. Here comes the 0-1 from Weiser. And that's a fastball that misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. And here's the pitch. The 1-1 is grounded over to third base on 1 hop. Callahan throws him out, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Ports. In the second, we still have no score. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Aguirre, Blakeman, and Nguia for the Crabs. In the bottom of the second inning, no score. Alex Aguirre comes in batting .317 in 17 games. And in those 17 games, he has slugged .635 with a .483 on-base percentage. He takes a strike on the outside corner there. It's 0-1. So Alex Aguirre, besides playing a fine center field, there's another pitch down and away now, 1-1, has really pasted the ball. "13 extra base hits of his 20 hits. There's a slider away, 2-1. So another Crabs slugger. 2-1 the count. And the pitch to Aguirre is ground ball over to shortstop. Lewis has it and throws him out. 1 away. Here's Kyle Blakeman. Blakeman batting .288. Right-handed hitter. Where's number 2? And the pitch to Blakeman is a fastball on the outside corner. Did he go around? Yes, rules first base umpire Don Holfacker. It's early in the game, so Don's still awake over there. Here's the pitch. Slider swung on and missed. 0-2. Around the 7th, 8th inning, you may not want, it's a little bit harder to challenge calls like that because 0-2 the count. Don has an early bedtime, and the next pitch is away. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. High hopper out to short. He bobbles. He picks it up. He throws in time. So you get Blakeman. 2 away. That brings Anthony Enwea to the bat. Enwea is batting .304. Enwea, the catcher in tonight's game. And here's the pitch to Anthony. It's a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. It's 0-1. The next pitch is a slider way outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch is a slider on the outside corner. Good pitch by Capozza there. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, got him. Capozza blows the fastball past him. That's his second strikeout of the night, and it ends the inning. Crabs go in order in the bottom of the second. We're tied at 0. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. We are back at the Arcata Ballpark, the lovely Arcata Ballpark, for the top of inning number 3. It'll be the bottom of the order for the San Leandro Ports. Jesus Manzo, Enrique Nunez, and Andrew Aquavera. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Ports. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Crabs. So here's Jesus Manzo to lead it off. He's the catcher in tonight's game for the Ports, batting right-handed against the right-hander Tim Weiser, who rocks and deals a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. The 0-1 misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is a fastball down and away, 2-1. Two-one is a high hopper on the left side, past third base, knocked down by Fernlin, but that's going to be a base hit. That was one of those balls that Callahan really didn't see, given that the sun is directly in his eyes, and he never even touched it. So that's an infield hit for Manzo. And here's Enrique Nunez. Nunez, the second baseman in tonight's game. So Manzo over at first. He's got a good lead, but he's a catcher. We have no idea what kind of speed he has. Here's the pitch, and that's hammered foul over towards the concession area. 0-1 the count. Manzo with a very short lead over at first. Here's the pitch, and he shows bunt and takes the pitch outside. And we had thought about throwing the first, but he dropped the ball. One ball, one strike to count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high, 2-1. Two-one pitch. He bunts it down the first base side. Over to get it is Weiser. He'll throw to first, and the sacrifice is successful. So it's 1-3. And one away now. Manzo out at second. Here's Aquavera. And I just don't understand the strategy at this in the third inning. I mean, yeah, you get to run to second and he scores on a hit. If they really think it's going to be a one-run game, I don't think they have a realistic account of how this game is going to go. You know, you can't play small ball this early in a game like this. There's a line drive down the left field line. That's going to drop for a hit. That's going to score the run easily. Over to get it is McCarthy, and on his way to second now is Aquavera, and he's in there with a double. So 1-0 in favor of the Ports as Aquavera drives in Manzo for the first run of the game. I still think it's a bad strategy. And one out and runner at second. We'll go back to the top of the order. Here's Lewis. So Bill James said many years ago, if you play for one run, that's all you're going to get. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses high. And that's, you know, the numbers bear that out. I mean, it's not just a speculation. 1-0 the count to Lewis. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it up against the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. And now there's a fake back to second, and the runner dives back. On the other hand, Nunez, the 8-hitter, maybe, you know, maybe I don't have his batting stats, so it may be that the best thing to have him do is sacrifice. Maybe he gets a lot of ground balls, or maybe he has a very low batting average, something like that. So that's a possibility. 1-1 the count. And there's a breaking pitch inside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. The count to Isaac Lewis. Isaac Lewis grounded out to second in his first at bat. Aquavera out at second. From the belt, Weiser looks out at second and deals a breaking pitch. Hammered high in the air to left field. And near the warning track now is McCarthy. He reaches up and he makes the catch for out number 2, and the runner has to hold. So Lewis hit that one all the way to the warning track in left field. Not quite enough on it to get it out. And with 2 away, here's Falcon Magana. He struck out in his first at bat. From the belt, Weiser, long look at second. Now he deals a fastball in there on the outside corner at the knees. The 0-1. Hit in the air, shallow right field. Blakeman coming in, and it looks like he has a play, and he does for out number 3. So they get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and a runner left, and at the end of 2.5, it's 1-0 in favor of the Ports. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, we're back. Thanks to Crestwood Behavioral Center. Crestwood Behavioral Center. Thanks to Crestwood Behavioral Center in Humboldt County. It's all about community. Looking for a rewarding career, join their team and make a difference. Crestwood has been providing residential mental health programs at its Eureka campus since 1969. They have full-time and part-time positions available. You can visit them at 2370 Booner Street or find their ad in the Crabs program. Jack Crowell leads it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the 3rd inning, trailing 1-0, and he takes a fastball high. He was showing bunt. He took the pitch. Crowell comes in, and he takes another pitch, this time low and outside, 2-0. Crowell batting .236. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And there's a strike on the inside corner, 2-1 now to Crowell. Yeah, Ryan Capozza, a very quick worker. We all appreciate that. There's a breaking pitch that's hit on one hop, past second base and into right field for a base hit.
Next to the Crabs, left fielder from Oregon State University, number 39, Jack McCarthy.
Second hit, batting just .204 in only 15 games, though. Crowell has a very short lead over at first, and there's a pitch down and away. The pitchers have not been paying much attention to the runners on the base pass, mostly because the runners, so far tonight, mostly are not taking long leads at all. Crowell is just a couple feet away from first base. The 1-0 pitch is hit in the air to right field and right at the right fielder, Greenlee, and he has it for out number 1. So Crowell holds it first, and with 1 away, we'll go back to the top of the order with Patrick Chung, who singled in his first at-bat, but then was on the tail end of a line-out double play. Capozza looks over at first. Now he sets and deals a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. Throw to first, and Crowell dives back safely. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Tapper back towards the mound. Capozza off the mound has it. He was going to go to second. He goes to first instead. Throws high, and he throws it away. On his way now to third is Crowell. They're going to hold him there as Chung goes to second. That'll be an error on Capozza. He wanted to go for the force at second, thought better of it, and then threw very wildly high to first base. Guzman unable to grab it. So the error puts runners on. Pitch. Fernlund pops one out in the air and out of play. A good fastball from Capoza there. Fernlin a little late on it. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 fastball misses outside. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Manzo, and the runners are going to stay where they're at. 2-1 now is the count. Two-one pitch, sails outside. 3-1. Right. 3-1 pitch. Misses inside. It's 3-2. Three and two the count. Here's the pitch. High hopper out to second base. They're going to go to second for the force, and that'll play to run to tie the ball game. So Fernlin with the RBI. 2 away. Crow comes in to score. Chung goes to third. And here's Kyle Callahan. Walked in his first appearance. So we're tied at 1 now. Both teams with 2 hits. The Ports have an error, and that is what led to this run. That should have been the third out there. And there's a fastball down low. It's 1-0. Pitch. Whoa, all the way to the backstop. That's not going to be an advance. It almost hit him on the foot. Callahan had to dive out of the way, or dance out of the way. And the ball went all the way to the backstop, but it was thrown so hard that it rebounded right to the catcher. And Chung wisely held at third. 2-0 is the count. The 2-0 pitch is high, I guess. 3-0. The 3-0 fouled off the hands and up against the backstop. Three and one. Is popped high in the air, shallow left field. The left fielder has it for out number 3. But the Crabs get a run. On a hit, there was an error and a runner left, and at the end of 3, we're tied at 1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Johnson, Guzman, and Reed for the Ports. We're tied at 1. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Ports. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Tim Weiser rocks and deals. Here's a fastball down and away. Kaleo Johnson, the third baseman. Line to right in his first at bat. And he hits one on ground out to short. Fernlin scoops it and throws him out. 1 away. Here's Jose Guzman, first baseman. Guzman flied to right in his first at bat. And the windup and the pitch is fouled up against the screen. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch misses inside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled up against the screen. A ball and 2 strikes now to Guzman. Broderick Reed, the DH, is on deck. Port's got a run in the top of the third. Crabs answered with an unearned run in the bottom of the third, and that's where we stand here in the top of the fourth inning. 1-2 the count now, and the pitch. Slider misses down and in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one misses down and outside. So the count now full to Jose Guzman. And the pitch. Hard down left field line and fair down the line. Over to get it is McCarthy. Guzman takes a big turn, but he'll hold it first on a hard hit single. So Broderick Reed will be the hitter. Reed fly to left in his first at bat. Here's the pitch. And it's a fastball outside. Want to know the count. Guzman has a short lead at first. Here's the 1-0, and that's hit hard but foul past first base. Just out in front of it a little bit was Reed. One and one. And the next pitch misses inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Misses away. It's 3-1. Three and one the count from the belt. Weiser deals outside. Ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 out for Trevor Greenlee, the right fielder. Greenlee grounded to third in his first at bat. Crabs infield is back, obviously looking for the double play. From the belt, look at second, and the pitch in the air down the right field line. Over to get it is Blakeman, and it's going to drop into the bullpen. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in the dirt, and it's blocked by Nwia. No advance by the runners as the ball skips away from Nwia. They had a perfect opportunity to take off and didn't take it. So that's a break for the Crabs there. And they're saying the batter did not swing. The Crabs appealed to first base. So a ball and a strike now is to count to Greenlee. Guzman over at second, Reed at first. They should have gone. They would have made it.
Right field, folks. All right. Two locations, one in Middletown, one in Henderson Center. Perfect.
1 the count. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Port's trying to take back the lead here in the top of the 4th inning. And there's a ground ball out to short. Should be 2. Fernlin over to second for 1. Crowell to first. That's a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. No runs a hit, no errors, a runner left. And at the end of 3.5, we're tied at 1. This is Slick Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, thanks to Ultimate Yogurt. Try their more than 10 ever-changing yogurt flavors with a ton of toppings that are going to make your head spin. Just like Linda Blair, maybe. I hope not. Ultimate Yogurt is locally owned and a great place to bring your crabby kitties. They make up their own crabs exactly as they like them, and they have 2 locations, one in Arcata, one in Eureka. Check them out, and they are delicious. The one by the ballpark is one of my favorite stopping places before Crabs baseball. Myers, Aguirre, and Blakeman for the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. And the next pitch is hit hard on the ground over towards third base, and it skips off his glove, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman, Kaleo Johnson. And the reason that's an error, and the one that went by Callahan 2 innings ago, is that Johnson got his glove on that, and he had it and couldn't hold it, and it skipped away. Whereas Callahan just never saw it, and it went past him. And you can't really call that an error if you never saw it. So anyway, Myers is aboard on the error. That's the second error of the game for the Ports. And here's Aguirre, grounded to short in his first at bat. He takes a pitch down and away. It's 1-0. And the pitch from Capazza is a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. Good pitch, 1-1. Capozza throws pretty hard. And he's got a pretty good breaking pitch. The 1-1 pitch, there it is. There's the breaking pitch, and it goes all the way to the backstop, and Myers will advance on the wild pitch. So an error and a wild pitch put the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Crabs with nobody out, and the count 2-1 to Alex Aguirre. The 2-1 is tapped foul over towards the Crabs dugout. Two balls, two strikes. Here's the pitch. It's a slider, and it breaks away and breaks into the dirt and all the way to the backstop. But yet another wild pitch, and Myers will go to third now. So the count full to Aguirre with Myers over at third. And some gifts for the Crabs here in the bottom of the fourth inning, an error and two wild pitches.
They have two locations, one in Old Town and one in Henderson Center, and their food is delicious. Welcome to the ballpark cafe, later.
It's the Nooner Cafe has a right field tonight. Nope, the Nooner Cafe having a picnic out in right field. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And that's ball four. Aguirre will go down to first. That's the first walk issued by Capozza. Second walk issued by Capozza. And here's Blakeman grounded to short in his first at bat. So the Crabs with an opportunity here with runners on the corners, nobody out. We're tied at 1. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Blakeman will be the hitter. He grounded to short in his first at bat. Here's a pitch, and it's right down the middle for a called strike. Left fielder shielding his eyes against the setting sun over there, and the middle of the infield is back at double play depth. First baseman is holding Aguirre on, and there's a toss over there, and Aguirre dives back. Here's the 0-1. Tapped foul at the plate. No balls, two strikes now to Blakeman. The 0-2. In the air to right center field, and the center fielder giving chase, the right fielder giving chase. Nobody's going to get it. It's going to bounce up against the wall. One run is in. Coming around third is Aguirre. He will score a two-run double for Kyle Blakeman, and the Crabs lead 3-1. All right. Anthony Wheel will come to bat. And Wheel struck out in his first at bat. Now a conference out on the mound. The whole infield is gathered out there along with the manager. Crabs have taken a 3-1 lead here on the two-run double by Blakeman. Those are RBIs number 21 and 22 for Kyle. And you're going to want to watch Blakeman out there if you're Capozza, because Blakeman has stolen 10 bases. He's never been caught, and among those 10 bases, he's stolen third at least once, maybe twice. And he's certainly not above going here. Here's the pitch, and it's lined into right field. That's a base hit. Blakeman had to hold up. He'll be held at third, and now they're going to wave him home as the right fielder bobbles the ball greenly bobbling in right field. Another error on the part of the Ports. That's their third error, and that leads to yet another run for the Crabs. So 2 errors this inning and 1 last inning, and the Crabs lead 4-1 now. Here's Jack Crowell. He singled in the second inning. And there's a slider on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch. Popped high in the air, shallow right field. Second baseman going out, right fielder coming in. It's the right fielder, Greenlee, calling for it, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Everybody holds. Everybody being Nwia. Here's Jack McCarthy, line to right in his first at-bat. And there's a pitch on the outside corner taken for a strike. Owen McCarthy. Two of the Crabs' runs this inning are earned. The other one is not. There's a fly ball that's going to go foul. So the 4 Crabs' runs, 2 are unearned. 0-2 now the count to McCarthy. And we is still over at first. Capozza sets, and there's a tapper out towards second base. He's going to go to second for the force there, and that will be the second out of the inning as McCarthy aboard on the fielder's choice. Two away, we're back to the top of the order. Here's Patrick Chung. He has singled and then made it to first on an error in the third inning. 4-1 now in favor of the Crabs. McCarthy over at first, and there's a breaking pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch. 0-1 now to Chung. Chung, a left-handed hitter against the right-hander Capozza. Here's the pitch. High hopper over to first base. Guzman will take it to the bag himself, and that will end the inning. The Crabs get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 errors and a man left. And at the end of 4, it's 4-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting. Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, we're back. Thanks to California Credit Union, a California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. They are all local, all humbled all the time. They offer free checking with no balance or transaction requirements, and they have low rates on loans to help you with all your banking needs. Call 800-440-8662 or visit csfecu20.com. Join today and start enjoying the many benefits of union membership. Crabs leading 4-1 in the top of the 5th inning. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Ports, Monzo, Nunez, and Aquavera. And the lights now just beginning to come on at the ballpark as Monzo Fouls one out of play. 1 run, 3 hits, 3 rather egregious errors on the part of the Ports. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Crabs. 0-1 now to Monzo, who singled and then scored a run back in the 3rd inning. And he takes another pitch down low. It's 1-1. And there's a fastball in the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes now, the count. Weiser winds, and the 1-2 slider is in the dirt. One-two pitch. Ooh, fastball, I guess, just misses high. And it's 3-2. Huh, indeed. Huh. Huh. Here's the pitch. Grounder out to short. Fernlin has it. A couple of hops and throws him out. 1 away. Here's Nunez. Sacrifice bunt in his first appearance. That does not count as an at-bat. And that was my point about the sacrifice bunt. They got 1 run in that inning, and they're down 4-1. So who knows if they played for the big inning what they would have gotten. That's fouled out of play. They basically gave up an out just to get the runner to second. And outs are precious. First pitch is fouled out of play. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Oh, fastball just misses outside. 1-2 now the count. Huh. Huh. 1-2. And time's called now. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball away, 3-2. And 3-2. High hopper over to first base. Myers has it on a couple of hops and will deal with it himself. 2 away. Here's Andrew Aquavera. He doubled in his first at bat. That brought in the only run of the game for the Ports. Hit a ball down the left field line. He's a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. And he takes a fastball high. The 1-0. Lined in the right field. Over to get it near the gap is Blakeman. He reaches up, dives, and won't get it. It's going to roll all the way to the fence, and on his way to second with his second double of the evening is Aquavera. Blakeman, a full-out dive to try to grab that ball as it sliced away from him into the gap, and he wasn't able to come up with it. So Aquavera aboard with 2 outs. He's in scoring position, and here's Isaac Lewis, 0 for 2. And the pitch. Check swing, and he bounces it over the mound off the glove of Weiser. Over to get it is Fernlin, and the throw to first is wide. A nice try by Fernlin, but no chance to get him. That'll be an infield hit for Lewis. That ball was hit very hard on the turf and took a high hop over the pitcher's mound. Weiser just barely able to get his glove on it after leaping for it. And on the play, Aquavera goes to third. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs. And here's Magana. Falcon Magana is 0 for 2 tonight. So 2 outs, runners on the corners. The Port's trying to get back in the game, trailing 4-1. And the pitch. Fastball is hit hard, but foul, out of play. He was late on that one. Oh, 1-1 the count. Aquavera at third, Lewis at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball is high. 1-1. And the 1-1 runner on first goes. The ball is hit out to short. Fernlin was headed for second, and it's going to go right through the spot he had previously occupied. A beautiful hit and run on the part of the Ports, and the run comes in to make it 4-2. Another hit, this time from Magana. That ball, as I said, was hit right to the spot Fernlin abandoned in order to cover second base as Lewis took off. Lewis goes all the way to third on the play. Aquavera comes in to score. Here's Johnson. So 3 straight hits with 2 outs have made it a 4-2 ball game now in favor of the Crabs. Johnson tonight is 0 for 2, line to right and grounded to short. Now Lewis at third, Magana at first. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. So the Port's executing very well here in the 5th inning. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. That was a fastball, and Johnson was late on it. No balls, 2 strikes. From the belt, Weiser. And time was called, and it's no pitch. So Enui is out at the mound now, saying something to Weiser.
Don't forget to purchase your 50/50 tickets from the ladies making their way around the ballpark. Be sure to buy both colors of today's round.
And now the conversation's over, so he returns to his position behind home plate. All right, here we go. Weiser from the belt. Deals a fastball high. 1-2. That's a pretty good 2-strike pitch. Johnson wasn't going for it. Here's the 1-2. Runner on first goes. The pitch is a breaking pitch in the dirt, blocked by Enui, but Magana will have a stolen base. So now the tying runs are in scoring position with 2 outs, and the count's 2-2 to Johnson. So big pitch early here. And here he comes. Fouled, out of play. Good fastball there by Weiser, but Johnson able to fight it off. Two and two the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside and the count is full. 3-2 from the belt. Weiser comes home, and that's fouled out of play. So still the count is 3-2, and still there are runners at second and third, and still there are 2 outs. Six hits in the game now for the Ports. They've out-hit the Crabs 6-4. But they're trailing because the defense has let them down. Three and two the count. Here comes the pitch. Fouled out of play again. And for the jubilant reaction of the crowd, that must have broken a window. It's a cruel crowd here at the Arcata Ballpark. 3-2 pitch. Breaking pitch is hit high in the air down the left field line. Over to get it is McCarthy. He's under it. It's going to be off the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in, and we are tied at 4 on a stand-up double by Kaleo Johnson. All this with 2 outs. The inning started innocently. Monzo grounded to short. Nunez grounded out to first, but then Aquavera doubled. Lewis singled. Magana singled, and now Johnson has doubled to tie the ball game. Here's Guzman, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss to the fastball. And the next pitch is a slider down and away. Weiser just not quite able to put away the Ports hitters. 1-1 the count. He's gotten 2 strikes on him, but just can't seem to get that final strike. There's 1-2 now, so he's ahead of Guzman 1-2. He ended up going full on Johnson before he doubled. Let's see if he can get Guzman here with the score tied at 4 now. And the pitch. Swung and a miss. Got him. That's a second strikeout for Weiser, and it ends the inning. But the Ports get 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no others and a runner left, and at the end of 4.5, we're tied at 4. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Chase Fernlin leads off the bottom of the 5th for the Crabs, tied at 4. 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Ports. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Fernlin is 0 for 2, lined into a double play and then grounded out to second base. Here's the pitch from Capazza, and it's a breaking pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Ryan Capozza out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. Here's the pitch, and there's a breaking pitch, and that was a good one, but it's a little bit low. 1-1 is then the count to Fernlin. The 1-1 misses down and away, 2-1. The 2-1 slider swung on and missed, got him to chase it. It's 2-2 now to Fernlin. That was a good pitch. Here's the 2-2. There it is again, and that time it's too far outside, and Fernland takes. So the count now full to Chase Fernland. And the pitch, breaking pitch, is in on the hands, and it's tapped foul past third base. The count remains full. 3-2. Popped high in the air on the infield, left side. Now drifting out towards center field. The shortstop going out. The right center fielder coming in, and it'll be Magana, the center fielder, to put it away for the first out of the bottom of the fifth. That brings Kyle Callahan to the bat. Callahan walked in his first appearance, and then he flied out to left field. And the pitch to Callahan is swung on and missed. A big cut there. 0-1. The 0-1 misses down and in. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Tapped foul, although it does roll out towards the pitcher's mound. It's a foul ball. So a ball and 2 strikes now is the count to Callahan. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning and tied at 4. A good ball game on a Tuesday night at the Arcata Ballpark. A well-attended Tuesday night. Another Tuesday night with fans are getting the word that we play on Tuesday night finally, and are out showing up now. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And that's a breaking pitch that's fouled out of play. Count still 1-2. We have a right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Crabs. One and two. And the pitch. Line in the center field for a base hit. So Callahan is at first now with 1 out. Here's Ryan Myers. 5th hit of the game for the Crabs. Myers struck out in his first at bat, and then in the 4th inning he was aboard on an error, and then he ended up at third as a result of 2 wild pitches and came home on Blakeman's double. And there's a pitch down low, 1-0. The 1-0 is fouled up against the screen. 1-1 now the count. The 1-1 breaking pitch misses inside. 2-1. 2-1 swung on and foul tipped up against the backstop. 2-2 the count. Port's got a run in the top of the 3rd. Crabs answered with a run in the bottom of the 3rd. Then the Crabs took a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th, and the Ports answered with 3 runs of their own in the top of the 5th. And that's where we're at, tied at 4 in the bottom of the 5th. With Kyle Callahan over at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses way outside, and the count now is full to Ryan Myers. Alex Aguirre on deck. And the pitch. Hammer down the left field line. That's going to be trouble, and that's going to fall for a hit. Callahan will cruise around and head for third as the ball kicks around out there. They're going to hold Callahan at third on a stand-up double by Ryan Myers. So second and third now with one out. And here's Alex Aguirre, who, as I said, when he makes contact, usually is for extra bases. Of his 20 hits coming into the game, 13 were for extra bases. And that accounts for his over 600 slugging average. He's got a chance now to put the Crabs ahead. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball on the outside, just outside, 1-0. Third baseman is playing even with the bag. Everybody else is at normal depth. Callahan at third, Myers at second. Here's the pitch, and he hammers that into left field. That is going to be off the wall. One run is in as it takes a huge rebound, and he moves all and heads all the way back towards the infield. And that's a stand-up double easily for Alex Aguirre, and he just hammered that. There was no doubt it wasn't going to be a home run. It didn't have the height, but it definitely had the distance. That was rocked. And it hit the wall out there, not the fence part, the wall, and just rebounded 3/4 of the way back to the infield. That's how much force it hit the wall with. So the Crabs now up 6-4. Alex Aguirre with yet another extra base hit. And here's Blakeman. 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball in the hole on the left side and through for a base hit. Aguirre is going to be held at third. Runners on the corners. Still only one out. And here's Anthony Enwia. Aguirre at third, Blakeman at first. 6-4 Crabs. Enwia. The runner on first goes. The pitch is grounded in a hole on the left side and through for a base hit. 7-4 Crabs. And on his way to third now. And he'll get there safely is Blakeman as Enwia drives in another run. Enwia, that's RBI number 21. Aguirre now has 22 RBIs. And here's Jack Crowell, 1 for 2. And I don't know, the manager is out to argue about something. I don't know what the argument would be. I'm not sure what he is, what he's saying. There wasn't anything particularly contentious about or close about the plays. Now there's a right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Ports. 7-4 in favor of the Crabs, and here's Crowell. Blakeman at third and Wea at first. One out. And the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. So Fernland led off the inning by flying out to center, but then Callahan singled, Myers doubled, Aguirre doubled, Blakeman singled, and Wea singled. This is what the Crabs do. Here's the pitch. And that's line over the shortstop's head into the left center field. 8-4 Crabs on the play, and Wea goes to second. What I was just going to say, this is what the Crabs do. They get one guy on, and all of a sudden, the next 6 batters, single, double, double, single. And before you know it, it's a blowout. 8-4 now in favor of the Crabs. As the hit parade continues. Jack McCarthy will be the hitter. And now here comes the manager out to the mound, and not sure if this is a visit that involves changing the pitcher or not. And he had to say he's going to leave him in. Okay, so here's McCarthy, 0 for 2. 6 hits in a row now for the Crabs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and they've opened up an 8-4 lead. And we at second, Crowell at first, and McCarthy takes a fastball inside from Ryan Capozza. Now we have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen for the Port. 1-0 the count. And here's the pitch. Slider down and away. 2-0. McCarthy steps out. Two-0 pitch. In the dirt, 3-0. Ten hits in the game now for the Crabs. Here's the pitch. And the automatic strike. It's taken. It's 3-1. Look at second, and now Capozza comes in 3-1 with a good breaking pitch. Nice pitch for a called strike, 3-2. That was a gutsy pitch. So full count now to McCarthy. Still only 1 out in the inning. Port obviously looking for the double play, and now McCarthy asks for time again and steps out. Here's the pitch. Foul, out of play. Three balls, 2 strikes. A look at second. Capozza comes home, and he swings. It was probably ball 4 and fouls it up against the backstop. Three and 2 the count. And the pitch. Ball 4. That's going to load the bases. Back to the top of the order. Here's Patrick Chung. 1 for 3. 8-4 Crabs. Chance to bust it wide open here. And we at third, Crowell at second, McCarthy at first. Here's the pitch to Chung, and he takes a fastball inside. One-0 pitch. High hopper out to second base. Could be 2. He tosses to second for the first one. Back to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. But the Crabs get 4 runs on 6 hits. There were no errors and 3 left, and at the end of 5, it's 8-4 in favor of the Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, we're back. 8-4 Crabs in the top of the 6th inning. 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Ports. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Crabs. It'll be Reed, Greenlee, and Monzo to face Tim Weiser out for his 6th inning of work. Robert Reed. Is that his name? Broderick Reed. Confusing him with the star of the Brady Bunch. It's Broderick Reed. 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low. Who I actually met once in Sears. Robert Reed. I had a girlfriend when I was in junior college, and she worked at Sears, and he in Sears in Pasadena. There's a hard line drive into right field, but right at Blakeman for out number 1. And she worked at Sears in the menswear department in the Pasadena Sears. And Robert Reed came in to purchase underwear there one afternoon while I was there. And Earl Hershiser as well, as I recall. Here's Greenlee, 0 for 2. Grounded out to third and hit into a 6-4-3 double play, and he swings and foul tips one. A good slider from Weiser. It's 0-1. Yeah, brush with greatness. I don't recall exactly which kind of underwear he purchased. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball is hammered in the left field, and that's going to be fielded on a bounce by McCarthy. So that's Greenlee's first hit of the night and the 8th hit of the night for the Ports. Here's Jesus Monzo. Monzo is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Fastball is hit slowly over to third base, over to second for 1, back to first. It's a 5-4-3 around the horn double play to end the top of the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left, and at the end of 5.5, 8-4 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Harper Motors. Serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used, at the Carousel 2 miles north of Eureka, or you can visit them online at harpermotors.com. Harper Motors donates $50 to District 26 Little League for every home run the Crabs hit this season. Bottom of the 6th. Chase Fernlin to lead it off for the Crabs. He led off the bottom of the 5th inning. Crabs batting around yet again. I think I counted on Sunday that the Crabs had batted around at least 13 times this season. And so this would be 14. There's a check swing, and he hits it out towards first base on the fielded by the pitcher in a self-defense swing there. And Fernlin quickly out. He didn't mean to swing at it. So Fernlin's out 1-3 for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. And here's Kyle Callahan. He has walked, flied to left, and singled and scored a run. Crabs get it going, and then every batter steps up and just seems to want to keep it going. And here's the pitch to Callahan, and he takes a fastball in there at the knees for a strike. And so that's at least the 14th time this year they've batted around. Now Capazza up to 102 pitches, and that's fouled out of play, 62 of which were strikes. And I'm a little surprised to see him still in the game after last inning. There's been two pitchers warming up in the bullpen for a couple innings now for the Port. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And the fastball misses away. It's 1-0. They are the Ports, which means each player is a Port, rather than all being parts of a single Port. Here's the 1-2 count. And it misses down and in, 2-2. Interesting ontological point there. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss got him. So Callahan down on strikes. That is the, I think, third strikeout. Yes, for Capazza. And with 2 away, here's Ryan Myers. Myers was a strikeout victim in the first, and then he was aboard on an error in the fourth and doubled and scored in the fifth. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 slider misses down and away. 1-1. The 1-1. Breaking pitch is it high in the air and deep to left field. That is going to be on to Highway 101. Adios, muchacho. That's home run number 8 for Ryan Myers. He just golfed that one out of here. (9-4) favor of Crabs. And Ryan Myers closing in on the single season record, the Woodbat record of 9 home runs. That was his 8th. And that, by the way, is his RBI number 39, and that leads the club. Here's Aguirre. He takes a fastball for a strike.
How many is that? How many home runs? 8.
The 0-1, that's hit hard and foul past third base. So Ryan Myers puts a charge in one.
Yeah.
0-2 the count. And the pitch. And there's a ball hit hard and foul into the Crabs dugout. And surprisingly, Ryan Capozza is still in the game. 9-4 in favor of the Crabs. That's their 11th hit. And there's a called strike on the outside corner. That'll do it for Aguirre, and that'll end the inning. But the Crabs get another run on the home run by Myers, and they now lead at 9-4. This is awesome Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Andrew Najib Brush comes on in relief of Tim Weiser. Andrew Najib Brush comes into the game with a record of 1-2, 25 and a third innings pitched. He has an ERA of 3.91, 31 strikeouts, 30 hits, 10 walks. Opponents batting .283 against him. He's got a 9-4 lead. And he will face the bottom of the order, Nunez and Aquavera, and then the leadoff hitter, Lewis, with the Crabs up 9-4 now. Thanks to the Arcata Scoop, try their homemade organic super premium ice creams and sorbets. Their daily flavors are posted on their Facebook page, and the Arcata Scoop can be found at 1068 I Street in Arcata. They're open noon to 10:30 every day except Tuesdays. So Andrew Najib Brush to face Enrique Nunez. Brush winds and comes home. Swing and a miss. A big cut by Nunez, and he swings through the fastball. It's 0-1. Top of the 7th inning. 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Ports. 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Here's the pitch, and he fouls that one up against the screen, and it's 0-2. Najib Brush dealing hard out there. Swing and him out. Foul tipped it, but he's gone on strikes. 1 away. So Nunez is retired on 3 pitches. He's 0 for 2. Here's Aquavera, doubled twice tonight. Once to left field and once to right center. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner taken for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Blew that fastball right past him. Aquavera showing no sign of being able to catch up with it. 0-2 the count. The 0-2. Fastball misses away, and Aquavera was inclined but held up. 1-2 now the count. Here's the 1-2. Fouled up against the screen. So still the count is 1-2. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and there's a fastball that rides way high, overthrew that one. 2-2. The 2-2 is popped high in the air, foul territory, left side. Catcher giving chase, but it's going to drift into the stands. So the count remains 2-2. And now Najib Brush steps off and takes a little moment to rub up the ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew that one right past him. A high fastball. No chance to catch up with it for Aquavera. 2 away. Back to the top of the order. Here's Isaac Lewis, 1 for 3. And the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Najee Brush is just rearing back and blowing fastballs past these Ports hitters. 0-1 the count. And there's a fastball that misses low, 1-1. The 1-1 fouled up against the screen, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Lewis. The pitch. Swung on a miss. He strikes out the side. Ports go in order in the 7th. Crabs lead it 9-4. This is overpowering Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, we're back at the ballpark. 7th inning stretch in Arcata. Crabs leading at 9-4. 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Crabs. 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Ports. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Ports. This is number 11, and that means that it is Ricky Peterson out on the mound. Ricky Peterson on in relief of Ryan Capuzza. And for the Crabs, it'll be Blakeman and Wea and Crowell. Kyle Blakeman is 2 for 3 with a double. A couple of runs scored. Ricky Peterson, right-handed pitcher on the mound, rocks and comes home with a breaking pitch that's a strike at the belt. Peterson is a freshman at Laney College. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled out of play, 0-2. Tonight's attendance, 544 folks at the ballpark. Nice crowd for Tuesday night. If you haven't been to a Crabs game yet, here's the 0-2, and he pops it high in the air on the right side of the infield. The second baseman, Nunez, calling for it, and he has it for out number 1. You're going to want to get out here pretty soon. The Crabs season, days are dwindling. Not too many weeks left. We end the first weekend of August. And don't be the guy that asks in September when the next Crabs game in, because the answer is going to be June. So If you haven't been out to a game, make it this weekend or tomorrow. And that's fouled out of play. It's 0-1. And Weah is 2 for 3 tonight. And that one's popped high in the air, shallow right field. The right fielder is coming in. The second baseman is going out, but it's the right fielder, Greenlee, calling for it. 2 away. Here's Jack Crowell. Crowell has 2 hits tonight and a run scored. Yeah, and there's a pitch in there at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 breaking pitch is hit high in the air to left field. Coming in on it is Aquavera. He has it for out number 3. So the Crabs go quickly and quietly in the 7th inning, but they lead 9-4. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Magana, Johnson, and Guzman for the Ports against Andrew Najib Brush, who struck out the side in relief last inning. I don't think he threw anything but fastballs. We'll see how he does this inning against the heart of the order. Magana is 1 for 3 with a run scored. And Brush rocks and deals a fastball. It's popped high in the air, back of home plate, and it's going to drift out onto F Street. Oh, and 1 the count. We have a right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Ports. Crabs bullpen is quiet, and that's fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Brush winds and comes home 0-2. A fastball way outside. 1-2. The 1-2. Fastball called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 4 in a row now by Najib Brush. And that's the first one caught looking. Here's Paleo Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3 with a double. And the pitch. Popped high in the air on the right side. On the infield, Myers is calling for it. And he has it for out number 2. So that's a victory on the part of the Ports because somebody actually made contact. Two away. Here's Jose Guzman. He's 1 for 3. This game rolling right along, already in the 8th inning, and we're only at the 9 o'clock hour. Swing and a miss. Not even 2 hours in. It's 0-1. The 0-1 down and away, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, way outside, 2-1. Two one, fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. In the air, right field. Blakeman coming in near the line, and he has it for the 3rd out of the top of the 8th. Ports go in order. Crabs lead. 9-4. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. We're back at the ballpark thanks to Big Blue Cafe. Join them at Arcata's favorite cafe on the Arcata Plaza. They're at 846 G Street. They serve breakfast all day and lunch from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Everything's fresh. Everything's delicious. Try them once and you'll go back again. That's the Big Blue. Also, slice of humble pie. Whether you want a chicken pot pie made from scratch or a decadent slice of chocolate silk pie, slice of humble pie will satisfy any craving. They're open every day. Crabs and fans and players get 10% off on Mondays just by wearing their Crabs gear. Slice Humble Pie is just off the Arcata Plaza at 828 I Street at Bittersweet. Jack McCarthy will lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the 8th. They lead 9-4, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Crabs. 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Ports. And now the fans who are not really fans leaving the ballpark. The 50-50's been called. Crabs are winning, and they're packing up and going home. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. The beer's been done. What else? What reason is there to stay? 1-1 the count.
It's not a baseball game right
Yep. Yep. Obviously people from L.A. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. Misses 2-1. You want to beat that traffic home. When I was a kid growing up, my Aunt Charlotte would take me to Dodger games, and we would always have to leave in the 8th inning because she didn't want to drive in traffic. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses high, and the count goes 3-2 now. Peterson into the windup, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. A high fastball, and McCarthy gone. So McCarthy's 0 for 3. One away. Patrick Chung will be the hitter. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. There's a high hopper out towards second base. Enrique Nunez has it and throws out Chung for out number 2. And that brings Chase Fernlin to the bat. Fernlin is 0 for 4. And a pitch to Fernlin, he takes high. The 1-0 pitch misses high again, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Oh, it took something on and had him out in front. 2-2 now to Fernlin. Fernlin taking a little walk after that. He looked bad on that pitch. 2-2 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. And that one rides high. So the count now full of Chase Fernlin. Kyle Callahan's on deck. Port's got a run in the top of the 3rd. Crabs answered with a run in the bottom of the 3rd. Then the Crabs added 3 more, and that's fouled up against the screen in the bottom of the 4th to take a 4-1 lead, but the Ports tied it in the top of the 5th. And then the Crabs scored 4 in the bottom of the 5th. And 1 more in the 6th. And that's where we are, 9-4 Crabs. And that's fouled up against the screen. And the count's still 3-2 to Chase Fernlin. Crabs looking to go 28-4 on the season. 3-2. Ball 4. Fernlin's aboard. Kyle Callahan will be the hitter. Callahan is 1 for 3 with a run scored. So now every member of the Crabs starting 9 has gotten on base tonight. Here's the pitch. Hammered in the right field for a base hit. They're going to hold Fernlin at second. Second hit of the night for Callahan. He just tomahawked that. That was a high fastball. And he just hammered it. Here's Ryan Myers. He has a home run and a double tonight in 4 at-bats. From the set, here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a called strike. Myers 1 home run away from tying the single-season record held by Jeff Blauser and I think Ryan Zimmerman. I'm not sure about Zimmerman, but I know the record's 9 for the wood bat era. The 0-1 is down and away, 1-1, so he has an excellent chance of tying or breaking the record. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. The 1-1, I guess, misses outside and low. 2-1. And I was hoping to see Jeremiah Burks in the lineup tonight. We heard that he had a wrist injury that was a minor injury and that he was going to be back any day now. So I was sort of expecting him to see him tonight. I'm kind of slightly distressed to see him not in the lineup. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Way outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. The 3-1, hammered down the left field line. That's a foul ball. There's a high fly ball, back of home plate. The catcher coming back, and he's going to watch it drift into the seats. Yikes. Where a fan sort of dropped it, sort of half, like reached for it and then dropped it. And yeah. Sort of a typical Arcata ballpark kind of play there. 3-2 the count to Myers. Callahan at first, Fernlund at second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch is outside, and that's ball 4. So suddenly that's Peterson having some trouble finding home plate, and that loads the bases with 2 outs. Here's a gear. Fastball is down low, 1-0. And next pitch misses down and away. 2-0, no place to put him. The 2-0. Popped high in the air, shallow left field. The left fielder, Aquavera, coming in, and he drops the ball. The throw to third, they get the force there to end the inning. Did the run count? The run counts, though, coming in from third base to make it 10-4 in favor of the Crabs. That'll be an error on the left fielder, Aquavera. That's the 4th error of the game. He does get the force out at third base, but the Crabs now leading 10-4. There was a run then on 1 hit. There was an error and 2 left, and at the end of 8, it's 10-4 in favor of the Crabs. Stay tuned. Top of the 9th inning coming up. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 9th inning. Andrew Najee Brush to close it out for the Crabs. His 3rd inning of work. It'll be Reed, Greenlee, and Manzo for the Ports, trailing 10-4. Reed tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. And there's a fastball on the outside corner taken for a strike. It's 0-1. These two teams will play again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. 0-1 pitch, and he swings and fouls that one out of play, 0-2. And with any luck at all, I'll be here to bring you all the action. On the air around 6:58. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. That is the 5th strikeout for Najee Brush. Here's Trevor Greenlee. He's 1 for 3. Four runs, 8 hits, 4 errors for the Ports. 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Crabs. And Greenlee hits a high hopper out to second base. A nice hop by Crowell, and he throws him out for out number 2. So now the Ports down to their last out. Jesus Manzo will be the hitter. And he takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Fastball is high, 2-0. 2-0 in the dirt, 3-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He's swinging 3-0. Might as well, right? Down 10-4 with 2 outs in the 9th. You know, I don't know. I mean, they say you shouldn't do that, but what the heck. 3-1 is a fastball on the outside corner, and they are now down to their last strike, are the Ports. And the next pitch is a fastball that misses inside, and he walked him. That'll bring Nunez to the bat. Enrique Nunez. Here's the pitch, and a fastball rides way high, 1-0. And G. Brush throwing very hard, but he tends to overthrow pitches once in a while, and that's what led to him walking Manzo. He's got a 10-4 lead. He just needs to throw the ball over the plate. There's a pitch, and it's fouled out of play. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Tapper over towards the mound. Najee Brush tosses the first, and the ball game's over. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. Crabs win it by a final score of 10-4 for the Crabs. 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They are now 28-4 on the season. For the Ports, 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors in the loss. The win goes to Tim Weiser. He's 1-0 now on the season. No save for Andrew Najib Brush, though he did pitch excellently. And the loss goes to Ryan Capozza. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, these two teams will meet again, and I'll be here to bring you all the action. Till then, this is Benjamin Schaefer. It's been a delight having you listening. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.